association with the pioneer of technical analysis in India, only on ET Now.
You're watching the FNO Show right here on ET Now. Let's continue our coverage on the FNO Show. Get your strategies. Then a quick disclaimer before we go ahead. Please be sure to consult with your individual financial advisors before you take any positions in the futures and options segment, because while you may make windfall gains, you can also land up in deep losses. Dr.C.K.NARAYAN is on the show. Dr. Narayan, we've been talking about a negative call on the index particularly. We've not held on to 5100. 50 is where we're currently trading at. There is no a positive indicator or trigger that would talk about a possible upside and a breach of 5100 on the upside. I believe the strategy still remain bearish.
Well, yes, if you look at the market from the way it has been performing of late, we would certainly have to remain bearish, and that is why our strategies have also remained bearish. But I think we need to maybe raise our perspectives a bit here and look at whether the market could be forming some sort of a bottom. Because finally, if you look at it somewhere along the lines, our market should certainly maybe decouple from the kind of trends that are visible on the US and Europe sets of indices. Mainly because the sets of problems they have and what we have are totally different. They are at 180 degrees. So I would think we are almost at the stage where there is a possibility of this happening. So I would start looking at it from a price and time cycle, which would suggest to me that if 5,000 levels were to be held today, and then I would start looking for the markets to actually revive from here, going outward into the next maybe a week or two. So I would venture that we might be in the process of trying to make a bottom here. I would wait till the end of the day to take a view on that or to take a position on that. But yes, if I were to be a trader right now, I would be looking for signs of a bottom and not really signs of further continuation.
All right. That is some talk on the downside. We've got Dr. C.K.NARAYAN, who's also slightly talking about the fact that we could be possibly forming a bottom here, and if we hold up above 5,000, then we could probably see another change. Dr. Narayan, other than that, yesterday we had the split synthetic short which we closed out. So today, if we have to take a position, which would be the level that we would look at? Since you've spoken about 5,000, what would the call be? Any strategy at this strike?
Well, clearly if you are looking at the market putting in a low, we should be wanting to go long this market. So long future at this particular stage, 5,040, 5,050. But since we are trying to pick a bottom here, we don't really want to risk far too much. So I would say protect that with a 5,000 put, because we are not, the entire thing is caveated on 5,000 levels not being broken. So I'd suggest a long future with a long put at 5,000. It's trading somewhere around 60 rupees. So somewhere in the region of 55 to 60 if you are able to buy the put. I think then in all, in let's say totality, you'll risk about 100 points, which is more or less the kind of normal volatility for the Nifty in any case. You have about 80 to 100 points daily volatility. So you're not really kind of risking more than what you would otherwise, down to about 100 points, and on the upside leaves you for whatever the market is willing to give.
All right, long Nifty future, long the 5,000 put there. You've got a capped downside there on that strategy.